Have you ever had a gut feeling so strong it couldn't be ignored? Or maybe a moment of deja vu, like a message from the universe trying to get your attention? What if I told you that your Neptune house placement holds the key to unlocking your intuition and tapping into your hidden spiritual gifts? Neptune is the planet of intuition, dreams, and divine connection. But here's the thing, when Neptune's energy is out of balance, it can create confusion, doubt, and even spiritual blocks. You might second guess your instincts, or even worse, ignore them altogether. Think about the last time you just knew something before it happened. Maybe you sensed someone's true intentions, had a vivid dream that came to life, or felt a magnetic pull toward a certain path in your life. That's Neptune's power. But the real question is, are you fully tuned into that power? Or is it locked away? The truth is, your Neptune house placement is your cosmic guide to unlocking your intuition and activating your spiritual gifts. In this video, I'm breaking down how each Neptune house placement gives you a unique intuitive power. And I'll show you how to step into your most intuitive and aligned self. So grab your birth chart and find out which house or houses Neptune sits in your chart, and let's dive in.
With Neptune in the first house, your intuition is woven into your very identity. You are a deeply empathetic and intuitive soul, naturally tuned into the energy around you. This placement allows you to pick up on the emotions, thoughts, and even the unspoken intentions of others simply by being in their presence. Your intuition often feels like an extension of your personality, almost like second nature. You may experience intuition in the following ways: feeling people's energy as soon as they walk into a room, even if they don't say a word. A natural ability to sense what others are feeling or thinking without needing logical proof. Having vivid dreams or flashes of insight that reveal important guidance for yourself or others. For example, you might intuitively feel someone's pain or joy without them sharing it verbally. You might also have moments when you instinctively know what someone needs to hear, offering profound comfort or wisdom without even realizing it. This placement gives you a strong, energetic presence. People are often drawn to you without fully understanding why. They may feel comforted by your energy, sensing your compassion and openness on a deep subconscious level. Your spiritual gift lies in your ability to channel compassion, inspiration, and higher wisdom. Neptune in the first house makes you a natural empath, healer, and visionary. Your presence alone can be healing for others as you radiate an energy of understanding and unconditional love. This placement also blesses you with a rich imagination and the ability to dream big, making you naturally gifted in creative or artistic pursuits. For example, you might feel a call toward creative expression, such as writing, art, music, or dance, as a way to channel your intuition and higher visions into something tangible. People may come to you for advice or emotional support because they feel safe and seen in your presence. You have a natural ability to inspire others with your ideas, dreams, and spiritual insights, often helping them see the beauty and possibility in their own lives. This placement also gives you a unique ability to dream into reality. Your imagination isn't just about escape. It's a tool for manifesting your highest visions. When you align with your intuition and trust your inner guidance, you have the power to create a life that feels deeply inspired and connected. The greatest challenge with Neptune in the first house is over identifying with the energy of others and losing sight of your own boundaries. Your sensitivity to emotions and energy can make it difficult to distinguish between what's yours and what belongs to someone else. This can lead to feelings of confusion, overwhelm, or even exhaustion. Common signs of this block include absorbing the emotions or stress of others to the point that it impacts your mood or energy levels, struggling with self-doubt or confusion about your identity, especially when others project their expectations or feelings onto you, and falling into escapist tendencies, such as daydreaming excessively, avoiding responsibilities, or numbing yourself when life feels overwhelming. For example, you might find yourself feeling anxious or drained after spending time with someone who is upset, even though nothing is wrong in your own life. Or you may have moments of self-doubt where you wonder, am I living my own dreams or am I just reflecting what others expect of me? Because Neptune blurs boundaries in the first house, it's essential to create a strong sense of self and learn how to protect your energy without shutting down your compassionate nature. Now, to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your first house, the first step is to cultivate self-awareness to strengthen your sense of self. With Neptune in the first house, it's easy to get lost in other people's energy. Grounding yourself in your own identity and values is key to unlocking your intuition. So spend time journaling about your desires, dreams, and emotions. This helps you separate your own energy from what you pick up from others. Practice daily affirmations to reinforce your sense of self, such as, I honor my truth and trust my intuition. For example, if you feel uncertain about a decision, take time alone to reflect on what feels right for you rather than relying on others' opinions. Next is to create energetic boundaries to protect your sensitivity. Your intuition is strongest when your energy is protected. Boundaries don't mean shutting people out. They're about preserving your inner peace. Visualize a bubble of light around you, acting as a protective shield. Imagine that only positive, loving energy can enter, while negative or draining energy bounces away. Limit time with people who consistently drain your energy, and give yourself permission to say no when you need space to recharge. For example, before entering a crowded space, spend a few moments grounding yourself with deep breaths and visualizing your energetic shield. Next is to use creative expression as an intuitive outlet. Your imagination is one of your greatest gifts. Creative pursuits help you channel your intuition in ways that feel joyful and fulfilling. So, explore activities like painting, writing, music, or any form of art that allows you to express your inner world. Don't worry about perfection. Let the process itself be a way to connect with your intuition. For example, if you feel stuck or disconnected, spend time creating something without judgment. You may find that your creative flow brings clarity and inspiration. Next is to meditate to strengthen your inner guidance. Meditation is a powerful tool for tuning into your intuition and calming the noise of outside influences. So, practice guided meditations that focus on connecting with your higher self or clearing your energy field. Spend time in stillness each day, even if it's just for a few minutes, to reconnect with your inner voice. For example, visualize yourself standing in a calm, peaceful ocean. As the waves gently wash over you, imagine them clearing away any energy that isn't yours. And finally, trust your unique role as a dreamer and visionary. Neptune in the first house gives you the ability to inspire others with your dreams and vision. Trust that your intuition and creativity are valuable, even if they don't fit into conventional paths. Share your dreams and ideas with those who support and uplift you. Your insights have the power to awaken others to new possibilities. For example, if you have a vision for a creative project, a spiritual journey, or a new way of living, trust that it's part of your purpose and take small steps toward bringing it to life. Neptune in the first house makes you a sensitive, intuitive dreamer with the ability to channel compassion, creativity, and spiritual wisdom into everything you do. While your sensitivity can feel overwhelming at times, it's also your superpower, connecting you to deeper truths and higher guidance. By grounding yourself, protecting your energy, and trusting your inner voice, you unlock your full potential as a healer, visionary, and guide. Your presence is a gift to the world. Embrace it fully. If this resonated, let's chat in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure to like, share this with a friend, and hit subscribe for more. And if you're feeling ready for more transformation, dive into my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching. With Neptune in the second house, your intuition is closely tied to your sense of value, abundance, and self-worth. This placement gives you a natural ability to sense energetic flows related to money, possessions, and security. You may find that your financial and material success feels less tied to hard work and more connected to your ability to dream, align with your desires, and trust in the universe's support. You might experience intuition in the following ways: feeling instinctively drawn to opportunities or people that bring abundance into your life, knowing when to let go of material things or investments that no longer serve your higher purpose, or receiving financial guidance or inspiration in subtle, almost magical ways, such as through dreams, synchronicities, or intuitive nudges. For example, you might find yourself thinking about a creative idea or investment, only to see repeated signs confirming that it's the right direction. Or you may notice that money flows into your life more easily when you feel aligned and spiritually at peace, compared to times of stress or self-doubt. This placement connects your intuitive gifts with the energy of manifestation, teaching you that abundance begins with trusting yourself and the universe. Your spiritual gift is the ability to manifest abundance and value from intangible sources. Neptune in the second house aligns you with the idea that wealth and security come from energetic alignment, creativity, and spiritual trust rather than purely from physical or material effort. For example, you have a natural talent for seeing the potential in intangible things, such as creative projects, spiritual insights, or your own dreams. This allows you to turn ideas into income or resources, often in unexpected ways. Or you're drawn to spiritual or creative careers, such as art, healing, or intuitive coaching, where you use your gifts to provide value to others. Or you have an intuitive understanding that self-worth is the foundation of financial and material success. When you truly believe in yourself, the world reflects that belief back to you through opportunities and abundance. Your second house Neptune makes you deeply aware of the energetic flow of money and resources, and you understand that giving, receiving, and trusting are all parts of a greater spiritual cycle. This gift allows you to manifest prosperity while staying connected to your higher values. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the second house is confusion or uncertainty about your own worth and the value of material things. Neptune's energy can blur the lines between reality and fantasy, making it difficult to feel secure or confident in your financial life. Common signs of this block include struggling with self-doubt or feeling not enough, which can block your ability to attract abundance. Feeling disconnected from the physical world, leading to issues like overspending, undervaluing your work, or being overly reliant on others for financial support, as well as falling into escapist tendencies, such as avoiding money-related responsibilities or placing too much faith in wishful thinking without taking action. For example, you might find yourself undervaluing your creative or spiritual talents, charging too little for your work, or giving too much without receiving in return. Alternatively, you may avoid financial planning altogether, assuming that things will work out, even if you feel uncertain or ungrounded. The key to overcoming this block is learning to trust in your own worth and grounding your dreams in practical action. Now, the first step to begin activating your spiritual gifts is to align with your self-worth to unlock abundance. Your second house is all about worth, both self-worth and material value. When you truly believe in your own value, the universe mirrors that belief back to you. Practice daily affirmations like, I am worthy of abundance, or my gifts bring value to the world. These reminders help you align your energy with prosperity. Reflect on areas where you might be undervaluing yourself, such as undercharging for your work or doubting your talents, and commit to owning your worth. For example, if you're offering a spiritual or creative service, set prices that reflect the true value of your time and energy rather than undervaluing yourself out of fear. Next is to use visualization to manifest financial flow. Your Neptune placement makes you a natural at visualization and manifestation. By imagining yourself already living in abundance, you align your energy with receiving it. So spend a few minutes each day visualizing the life you desire. Focus on how it feels to have financial security, supportive relationships, and creative freedom. Pair your visualizations with practical steps like creating a budget or setting clear financial goals to ground your dreams in reality. For example, if you're saving for a specific goal, imagine yourself already achieving it while taking small, tangible steps to move closer to it. Next is to ground your spirituality in practical actions. Neptune can sometimes make money and security feel abstract, but grounding your spiritual beliefs in action helps you strengthen your intuitive gifts. So create systems that bring structure to your finances, such as tracking your income and expenses or setting up automatic savings. This gives you a sense of control without stifling Neptune's flow. So if you feel overwhelmed by financial responsibilities, start with one small step, like reviewing your accounts once a week or setting up a monthly money ritual. Next is to explore creative or spiritual ways to generate value. Your intuition is strongest when you're doing work that feels aligned with your soul. So look for opportunities to use your creative or spiritual talents to bring value to others. Consider how you might turn a passion or hobby into a source of income, such as teaching a class, offering readings, or selling your art. So, for example, if you feel drawn to intuitive coaching, begin by offering your services to a small group and allow your confidence to grow naturally over time. And finally, trust the flow while staying grounded. One of your greatest lessons with Neptune in the second house is learning to balance trust and action. Abundance flows when you believe in the universe's support, but grounding your faith in practical steps ensures lasting success. So release fear around money by practicing gratitude for what you already have. This shifts your focus from lack to abundance. For example, at the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, especially in the realm of finances or material security. Neptune in the second house connects your intuition to the energy of value and abundance, teaching you that true prosperity begins with self-worth. You have the gift of seeing potential where others see limitation, and your ability to align with your dreams makes you a powerful manifester. By trusting your intuition, valuing your talents, and grounding your spiritual beliefs in practical actions, you unlock the flow of abundance in all areas of your life. Remember, you are not only worthy of receiving, you are meant to inspire others by showing what's possible when you live in alignment with your highest values. If this resonated for you, be sure to let me know in the comments. And of course, like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if this really spoke to you, imagine what's possible when you fully step into your power. So be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Neptune in the third house, your intuition thrives through communication, perception, and the power of your thoughts. This placement makes you naturally gifted at picking up subtle energies in conversations, the emotions behind words, and even messages from the universe disguised as everyday synchronicities. You intuitively read between the lines and can often sense the truth behind what's being said or left unsaid. So you might experience intuition in the following ways: having flashes of insight during conversations or while journaling, where answers suddenly come to you; picking up on the emotional tone or energy of someone's words, even when they're trying to hide their true feelings; or noticing meaningful synchronicities, such as seeing repeated numbers, patterns, or hearing certain phrases multiple times in a day. For example, you might find yourself finishing someone's sentence before they say it, or feeling an instant knowing about what someone needs emotionally just by listening to their tone. You may also find that your intuition strengthens when you're writing, brainstorming, or even driving through familiar places. This placement gives you a spiritual connection to the flow of information and ideas, allowing you to access divine guidance through words, thoughts, and symbols. Your spiritual gift is the ability to channel wisdom and inspiration through your words, ideas, and connections. Neptune in the third house makes you a natural storyteller, teacher, or intuitive communicator who uplifts others by helping them see the deeper meaning in everyday experiences. For example, you may have a talent for speaking or writing in ways that resonate deeply with others, often saying exactly what they need to hear in the moment. Or you're gifted at connecting seemingly random ideas or events, weaving them into meaningful insights that inspire others to look at life differently. Or your creative or intuitive ideas flow effortlessly when you're in alignment, making you a natural channel for spiritual messages, poetry, or creative writing. You also have an innate ability to bridge the gap between the spiritual and the practical, explaining complex concepts in ways that feel accessible and relatable. Your words carry power, and when used with intention, they can heal, inspire, and guide others. The greatest challenge with Neptune in the third house is mental fog or confusion. Because Neptune's energy blurs boundaries, it can make your thoughts feel scattered or unfocused at times, leading to overthinking or doubting your intuitive insights. Common signs of this block include struggling to trust your inner voice, especially when it comes to decisions or communication, feeling mentally overwhelmed or foggy, as if you can't clearly organize your thoughts, or becoming easily influenced by the opinions or emotions of others, making it hard to discern your own truth. For example, you might find yourself second guessing a strong intuitive nudge because it doesn't seem logical at first glance. Or you may find that you're so focused on trying to communicate perfectly that you lose confidence in what you're trying to say. The key to overcoming this block is grounding your mind and trusting that your intuition doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It's valid simply because it's yours. Now, the first step to begin to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your third house, is first to journal to strengthen your intuitive flow. Writing is one of the most powerful ways for someone with Neptune in the third house to connect with their intuition. Set aside time each day to free write or journal without judgment. This process clears mental clutter and allows intuitive insights to flow effortlessly. Pay attention to patterns or repeated themes in your writing, as these often hold spiritual messages. For example, if you notice you keep journaling about a certain topic or idea, take it as a sign that your intuition is guiding you to explore it further. Next is to practice active listening to tune into energy. Your intuitive gifts are amplified in conversations and interactions, so practice being fully present when communicating with others. Focus not only on the words being said, but also on the tone, energy, and emotions behind them. This helps you read the situation intuitively. For example, if someone is saying they're fine, but you sense sadness in their tone, trust that your intuition is picking up on what they're not saying. Use this insight with compassion and care. Next is to meditate to clear mental fog and find clarity. Meditation is a powerful tool for quieting your mind and connecting to your inner voice. Try guided meditations focused on clearing mental clutter or strengthening your intuitive abilities. Spend a few minutes each day in silence, focusing on your breath and allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment. So, let's say you're feeling mentally scattered. Visualize your thoughts as clouds drifting away, creating space for clarity and intuition to shine through. Next is to use affirmations to reprogram doubts about your voice. Because the third house governs communication, it's important to trust that your words and ideas matter. Affirmations can help you reprogram self-doubt and align with your intuitive voice. Use affirmations like, "I trust my intuition to guide my words," or "My voice is powerful and inspired." Repeat these affirmations before writing, speaking, or engaging in creative work. For example, before giving a presentation or writing a piece, spend a few moments affirming your ability to communicate clearly and intuitively. Next is to embrace creative expression to channel spiritual insights. Neptune in the third house thrives on creativity, so explore artistic outlets that allow your intuitive ideas to flow freely. Whether it's writing, painting, or even creating social media content, find ways to express your unique perspective and spiritual insights. So let's say you've been feeling inspired to write poetry. Don't hold back. Your creativity is one of the most direct channels to your intuition. And finally, trust synchronicities as messages from the universe. Pay attention to the subtle signs and patterns that appear in your daily life. They're often your intuition's way of communicating with you. Notice when certain numbers, words, or symbols keep showing up, and reflect on what they might mean for your current situation. So let's say you keep hearing a particular phrase or seeing a specific symbol. Ask yourself how it relates to a question or decision you've been considering. Neptune in the third house makes you a mystical communicator with the ability to channel divine wisdom through your words, ideas, and connections. Your intuition speaks through subtle perceptions, synchronicities, and inspired thoughts, allowing you to bridge the gap between the spiritual and the practical. By grounding your mind, trusting your inner voice, and embracing your creativity, you unlock your full potential as a messenger of intuition and inspiration. Remember, your words have the power to heal, guide, and transform, not just for yourself, but for everyone you touch. If this resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments. And of course, be sure to like, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to go deeper, be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for being here. With Neptune in the fourth house, your intuition is rooted in your emotional world and home environment. You have a natural ability to sense the energy of places, people, and situations, especially in intimate or familiar settings. This placement connects you to the subtle, unseen energies that flow through your family, ancestors, and your inner emotional landscape. So you might experience intuition in the following ways. Feeling the vibe of a space as soon as you walk into it, whether it's calming, chaotic, or filled with hidden emotions. Instinctively understanding the emotional needs of others, especially your loved ones, even when they don't express them outright. Or having vivid dreams or nostalgic feelings that connect you to family patterns, ancestral wisdom, or spiritual guidance. For example, you might enter someone's home and immediately sense tension, even if everyone is acting politely. Or you might experience a dream about an ancestor offering advice that feels deeply meaningful and relevant to your life. This placement makes you an emotional and energetic sponge, able to intuitively pick up on the feelings and vibrations around you, especially in your home and family environment. Your spiritual gift is the ability to heal emotional wounds and connect with the wisdom of your ancestors. Neptune in the fourth house gives you a deep understanding of the emotional undercurrents that shape your life and the lives of those around you. You have a gift for creating emotional safety and helping others and yourself find peace and healing. For example, you may feel a strong connection to your family's history, sensing patterns or karmic cycles that need to be healed or released. You may have a natural talent for creating spaces that feel nurturing and spiritually aligned, whether through design, rituals, or simply bringing loving energy into your home. Or you're deeply intuitive when it comes to emotional healing, whether it's comforting a loved one, helping someone work through trauma, or guiding them towards self-discovery. Your energy is profoundly healing. You also have a strong connection to spiritual roots and emotional depth, making you a natural guide for those seeking to understand their own inner worlds. This gift allows you to create a sanctuary, both within yourself and in your physical space, where healing and transformation can occur. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the fourth house is emotional overwhelm and the tendency to escape when life feels too heavy. Because you are so sensitive to the energy and emotions of your home, family, and inner world, it can sometimes feel like too much to handle. Some common signs of this block include struggling to set emotional boundaries, leading to feeling drained or taken advantage of by loved ones. Escaping into fantasy, daydreams, or distractions to avoid dealing with difficult family dynamics or unresolved emotions. Feeling ungrounded or disconnected from your own sense of security and stability, especially during times of stress or change. For example, you might feel emotionally responsible for everyone in your household, taking on their stress and pain as your own. Or you might find yourself retreating into nostalgia or wishful thinking when faced with challenges in your home or personal life. The key to overcoming this block is learning to ground yourself, set healthy emotional boundaries, and create a home environment that supports your spiritual and emotional well-being. Now, the first step to activate your spiritual gifts is to create a sacred home space for intuition and healing. Your fourth house is all about home and emotional security. So creating a sanctuary where your intuition can thrive is essential for you. So designate a special area in your home for spiritual practices, such as meditation, journaling, or lighting candles. Clear your space regularly with tools like sage, incense, or sound healing to remove stagnant or negative energy. For example, if your home feels chaotic or heavy, spend time decluttering, rearranging furniture, or adding elements that bring you peace, like plants or crystals. Next is to connect with your ancestors and family history. Neptune in the fourth house gives you a deep connection to your roots, and working with your ancestral energy can unlock powerful intuitive gifts. Meditate or journal with the intention of connecting to your ancestors, asking for guidance or healing around family patterns. Explore your family history to uncover the lessons and strengths passed down to you. For example, if you notice a repeating cycle of emotional repression in your family, set an intention to break that pattern by creating a more open and nurturing environment for yourself and your loved ones. Next is to set energetic boundaries to protect your energy. Because you're so sensitive to the emotions of others, it's important to protect your energy without shutting people out. So practice saying no when you need time to recharge, and remind yourself that you're not responsible for fixing everyone's problems. Visualize a shield of light surrounding you, especially when dealing with emotionally intense situations or family dynamics. For example, if a loved one comes to you with heavy emotional burdens, listen with compassion, but remember that their healing journey is their own responsibility. Next is to explore emotional healing through creative expression. Your intuition thrives when you express your emotions creatively, as this allows you to release and process feelings in a healthy way. Consider journaling, painting, writing poetry, or creating music as ways to channel your emotions and connect with your inner world. For example, if you're feeling nostalgic or overwhelmed, write about a memory or create a visual representation of how it makes you feel. This can help you find clarity and peace. Next is to practice grounding rituals to stay centered. Neptune's energy in the fourth house can sometimes make you feel ungrounded, so incorporating grounding practices into your routine is essential. So spend time in nature, walk barefoot on the earth, or practice mindfulness exercises to reconnect with your body and the present moment. So let's say that you're feeling emotionally scattered. Take a few moments to focus on your breath, visualize roots growing from your feet into the ground, and affirm, I am safe, I am grounded, I am supported. And finally, work with dreams to access emotional guidance. Your dreams are a powerful gateway to your intuition, especially with Neptune in the fourth house. Pay attention to recurring themes or symbols that appear in your dreams, as they often carry messages from your subconscious or ancestors. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Reflect on how your dreams connect to your emotional or spiritual journey. So let's say you have a dream about water. Consider how it relates to your current emotional state. Water often symbolizes your subconscious mind or the need to go with the flow. Neptune in the fourth house connects your intuition to the deep, emotional foundations of your life, making you a mystical nurturer with the ability to heal yourself and others. Your gifts are rooted in creating emotional safety, connecting with ancestral wisdom, and transforming your home into a sanctuary for growth and spirituality. By setting boundaries, grounding your energy, and trusting your inner voice, you unlock your full potential as an intuitive healer and emotional guide. Remember, your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a powerful tool for creating peace, love, and transformation within yourself and the world around you. If this resonated with you, be sure to drop a comment and share your thoughts. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. And if you're ready to transform your life, check out the links below for my tools and resources. Thanks so much for watching. If you have Neptune in the fifth house, your intuition is deeply tied to your creative energy, self-expression, and passion. You naturally channel divine inspiration through your art, hobbies, and even your relationships. This placement makes your creativity flow in a way that feels almost magical. Ideas, visions, and inspiration often come to you like a sudden flash of insight or through a deeply emotional experience. So you might experience intuition in the following ways. Feeling guided by your imagination to create something meaningful, whether it's art, music, writing, or any other form of self-expression. Sensing the emotional needs or desires of those you love, especially romantic partners or children, without them needing to say a word. Or experiencing moments of synchronicity or creative downloads during playful or spontaneous activities, like when you're daydreaming, dancing, or simply relaxing. So, for example, you might be working on a creative project and suddenly have an image, idea, or melody pop into your mind that feels divinely inspired. Or in romantic relationships, you might instinctively know how to make your partner feel loved and seen on a deeply emotional level. This placement allows you to bring beauty, inspiration, and a sense of wonder to the world, as your intuition thrives through play, passion, and creative self-expression. Your spiritual gift is the ability to channel divine energy into your creative pursuits and relationships. Neptune in the fifth house makes you a visionary with a natural talent for bringing higher spiritual energy into your art, love life, and even your connection with children or younger generations. So, for example, you may have a talent for creating art, music, or writing that touches people's souls and inspires them to dream bigger or connect with their intuition. Your romantic relationships may often feel spiritual or transcendent as you naturally infuse love and passion with emotional depth and sensitivity. You may also feel a special connection to children, whether your own or others, and have a gift for nurturing their creative and emotional development. You're not just a creator, you're a spiritual artist. Your creative and intuitive gifts allow you to inspire others to see the beauty, magic, and meaning in life. So, whether through your work, your relationships, or your playful nature, you bring a sense of wonder to everyone you touch. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the fifth house is escaping into fantasy or feeling paralyzed by the fear of rejection. Because your creative and romantic energy is so deeply personal, you may feel especially vulnerable to criticism or struggle with self-doubt when it comes to expressing yourself authentically. So some common signs of this block includes avoiding creative projects or pursuits because you're afraid they won't be good enough or won't be appreciated by others. Escaping into daydreams or fantasies about love or success rather than taking real, actionable steps toward your goals. Or struggling to set healthy boundaries in romantic relationships, especially if you idealize your partners or overlook red flags. So, for example, you might have a brilliant creative idea, but hesitate to share it because you fear judgment. Or in relationships, you may fall into the trap of only seeing the potential of a partner instead of facing the reality of the relationship. The key to overcoming this block is learning to embrace your creative and romantic energy as a gift rather than seeking external validation for your worth or talent. Now, to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your fifth house, the first step is to channel divine inspiration into your creative work. Your creativity is your direct link to your intuition, so embracing your artistic or expressive side is essential to unlocking your spiritual gifts. So spend time exploring creative activities that allow you to express your emotions and imagination, such as painting, writing, dancing, or playing music. Don't aim for perfection. Let your intuition guide you and focus on the joy of creation. Let's say that you feel stuck creatively. Try free flow journaling, intuitive painting, or simply doodling to reconnect with your creative flow. Next is to embrace playfulness and joy as intuitive tools. Your intuition thrives in moments of spontaneity and play. So make time for activities that bring you joy and allow your inner child to shine. So incorporate more laughter, fun, and lighthearted activities into your daily life. For example, you can spend time with children or pets, explore hobbies just for fun, or take up a playful activity like dancing or storytelling to spark your intuition. Next is to trust your creative voice without seeking validation. Neptune in the fifth house can make you overly concerned with how others perceive your creative work or self-expression. Shift your focus inward and create for the sake of creating. Practice affirmations like, "My creativity is a gift to the world," or "I create with love and trust my unique voice." So let's say that you're working on a project. Remind yourself that the process of creating is just as valuable as the end result. Your intuition is always guiding you, even if it doesn't feel perfect. Next is to cultivate healthy boundaries in love and relationships. Your romantic energy is deeply intuitive, but it's important to ground your relationships in reality rather than fantasy. Be mindful of idealizing partners or putting their needs ahead of your own. Remember that true love starts with self-love and mutual respect. So, for example, if you notice yourself overlooking red flags or compromising your values in a relationship, take a step back and reflect on what you truly deserve. Next is to use visualization to manifest your creative dreams. Neptune's energy is deeply connected to imagination, making visualization a powerful tool for manifesting your creative and romantic desires. So spend time visualizing your ideal creative project, love life, or personal joy. Imagine how it feels to live in alignment with your passions and dreams. Pair your visualizations with practical steps to bring them to life. For example, if you dream of writing a book, visualize it being published. Then break the process into small, actionable goals. And finally, work with symbols and spiritual inspiration. Your intuition often speaks through symbols, dreams, and artistic imagery. So pay attention to the signs that appear in your life and creative work. Keep a journal to record recurring symbols, ideas, or themes that show up in your art or dreams. Reflect on how they connect to your current journey. For example, if you keep seeing imagery of water, consider how it relates to your emotions or your creative flow. Use this symbol as inspiration for a new project or meditation. Neptune in the fifth house makes you a creative visionary with the ability to channel divine inspiration into your art, love life, and personal passions. Your gifts lie in your ability to infuse everything that you create or touch into beauty, emotion, and a sense of wonder. By trusting your creative process, setting healthy boundaries, and embracing joy, you unlock the full potential of your intuitive and artistic gifts. Remember, your creativity isn't just about making something. It's about inspiring others to see the magic and meaning in life. You are here to remind the world of its beauty. Never doubt the power of your dreams. Let me know how this landed for you in the comments. And of course, be sure to like, share with your friends who need this, and subscribe for more. And if this lit something inside of you, imagine the breakthroughs waiting for you. My offerings are linked below. Go explore. And thanks so much for being here. With Neptune in the sixth house, your intuition is intricately tied to your daily routines, work life, and physical well-being. You possess a natural sensitivity to subtle energies in your environment, especially those connected to the rhythm and flow of your daily life. Your intuition is strongest when you're in service to others, as your ability to sense what people need, whether emotionally, physically, or spiritually, makes you a gifted healer and guide. So you might experience intuition in the following ways. Instinctively understanding what others need to feel supported, especially in work or health-related settings. Picking up on energetic imbalances in your body or the environments you spend time in, often before they manifest physically or emotionally. Receiving nudges or subtle signs about the right path to take in your daily work, routines, or health practices. So, for example, you might feel a strong inner pull to shift your diet or exercise routine before a health issue arises. Or you might sense when a coworker or client needs extra care, even when they don't explicitly ask for it. This placement connects your intuition to service, healing, and the practical flow of daily life, giving you the unique ability to blend spiritual insight with tangible, real world action. Your spiritual gift is the ability to heal and serve others in ways that connect the physical and spiritual realms. Neptune in the sixth house allows you to bring a sense of compassion, intuition, and divine guidance into your daily work and routines, creating an environment where healing and growth naturally flourish. So, for example, you may have a natural talent for healing modalities like Reiki, holistic medicine, yoga, or any practice that balances mind, body, and spirit. Or you're deeply intuitive when it comes to health and wellness, often sensing which routines, diets, or treatments will benefit you or others the most. Or you bring a spiritual quality to even the most mundane task, finding beauty and purpose in your daily life and inspiring others to do the same. Your gift lies in your ability to integrate spirituality into the practical world, showing that healing doesn't have to be separate from everyday life. Whether through your work, health practices, or acts of service, you uplift others by making the spiritual tangible. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the sixth house is struggling to maintain boundaries and becoming overwhelmed by the needs of others. Because you're so attuned to the energies around you, it's easy to absorb the stress or negativity of your environment, leading to feelings of burnout or emotional exhaustion. So, some common signs of this block include taking on too much responsibility at work or in your personal life, often to the point of neglecting your own well-being. Feeling confused or ungrounded in your daily routines, especially if you lack structure or clarity about your priorities. Or escaping into distractions, fantasies, or avoidance when life feels overwhelming, rather than addressing the root cause of stress or imbalance. So, for example, you might overextend yourself by saying yes to every request at work, leaving little time for self-care. Or you may find yourself procrastinating or zoning out during stressful periods instead of finding practical solutions. The key to overcoming this block is learning to balance service with self-care, creating routines that support both your spiritual growth and your physical well-being. Now, to activate your spiritual gifts, the first step is to create healing rituals in your daily routine. Your intuition thrives when your daily life feels intentional and spiritually aligned. Transform your everyday routines into rituals that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Add mindfulness practices to your daily schedule, such as morning meditations, gratitude journaling, or even a calming tea ritual. Incorporate small acts of self-care throughout your day, like stretching, deep breathing, or pausing to reconnect with your inner self. For example, you can start your mornings by lighting a candle, setting an intention for the day, and visualizing yourself moving through your task with ease and clarity. Next is to trust your intuition in work and service. Neptune in the sixth house makes you a natural healer, and your work is often a channel for your spiritual gifts. Trust the intuitive guidance you receive when serving others, whether it's through small acts of kindness or larger projects. Pay attention to subtle cues, such as what people don't say, and follow your instincts when deciding how to help or support others. For example, if a coworker seems unusually quiet or stressed, your intuition might guide you to check in with them, even if they don't ask for help directly. Next is to protect your energy to prevent burnout. Because you're so sensitive to the needs of others, it's crucial to protect your energy and set boundaries to avoid overwhelm. Practice saying no when a request feels draining or when you need time to recharge. Use visualization techniques to create an energetic shield around yourself, especially in stressful or chaotic environments. For example, if your workplace feels overwhelming, take short breaks to ground yourself with deep breaths or a quick walk outside. Next is to embrace holistic healing for mind, body, and spirit. Your intuition is deeply connected to your health, and holistic practices can help you align your physical and spiritual energy. So explore practices like yoga, acupuncture, energy healing, or herbal medicine to support your well-being. Listen to your body's signals. Trust that your intuition often knows what you need before your mind does. So let's say you feel drawn to a specific health practice or dietary change. Follow that instinct and notice how it affects your energy and balance. Next is to use acts of service as a spiritual practice. Serving others is one of the most natural ways for you to activate your spiritual gifts. However, it's important to approach service from a place of balance and alignment. So find ways to serve that feel joyful and inspiring, whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or offering small acts of kindness in your daily life. So let's say that you feel called to help someone. Trust your intuition about how to best support them without sacrificing your own well-being. And finally, ground yourself through structure and organization. Neptune's energy in the 6th house can sometimes make routines feel unstructured or overwhelming. Grounding yourself with clear goals and priorities can help you stay focused and aligned. So create a schedule or a to-do list that balances work, self-care, and spiritual practices. So let's say you dedicate specific times each day to your spiritual practices, work tasks, and moments of rest to maintain balance and clarity. Neptune in the 6th house makes you a natural healer and compassionate guide with the ability to bring spirituality into everyday life. Your gifts lie in your ability to sense the needs of others, create healing environments, and transform routine tasks into acts of service and intention. By setting boundaries, protecting your energy, and embracing your role as a spiritual healer, you unlock your full potential to uplift others while honoring your own well-being. Remember, your service to the world begins with the way that you care for yourself. When you're balanced, your light shines brightest. If this resonated for you, let's chat in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure that you like, share this with a friend, and hit subscribe for more. If you're feeling ready for even more transformation, dive into my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching. With Neptune in the 7th house, your intuition shines in relationships, partnerships, and one-on-one connections. You have an uncanny ability to sense the emotional energies of others, often understanding their needs, feelings, and intentions without them saying a word. This placement makes you naturally empathetic and deeply connected to the people you share your life with, giving you the gift of forming soulful, meaningful bonds. You might experience intuition in the following ways: feeling an instant, almost magical connection with certain people, as though you've known them in a past life. Sensing what others need emotionally, especially in close relationships, and instinctively knowing how to support or comfort them. Experiencing synchronicities or divine guidance in your relationships, such as meeting someone at just the right time or feeling spiritually called to a particular partnership. For example, you might meet someone and feel a profound sense of familiarity, as though the universe brought you together for a reason. Or during an intimate conversation, you may pick up on the unspoken emotions behind their words, offering the exact support they need. This placement connects your intuition to partnership and connection, allowing you to bring a sense of depth and spiritual meaning to all your relationships. Your spiritual gift is the ability to bring healing and divine love into your relationships. Neptune in the seventh house allows you to form connections that transcend the physical, reaching into the emotional and spiritual realms. You have a unique ability to hold space for others, helping them feel seen, understood, and supported on a soul level. So, for example, you may be drawn to spiritual or artistic partnerships where you and your partner collaborate to create something meaningful or transformative. Or you're naturally gifted at creating harmony in relationships, often serving as a peacemaker or source of emotional balance for those around you. Or your compassionate nature makes you a healer in love, helping your partners or close friends confront their fears, heal emotional wounds, and grow into their highest potential. You also have the gift of seeing the divine in others, which allows you to inspire them to recognize their own worth and beauty. Your relationships often feel like spiritual journeys where both you and your partners grow through love, compassion, and understanding. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the seventh house is idealizing relationships and struggling with emotional boundaries. Your deeply romantic and compassionate nature can lead you to see only the best in others, overlooking red flags or ignoring your own needs in the process. Common signs of this block include falling in love with someone's potential rather than their reality, which can lead to disappointment or heartbreak. Losing yourself in relationships, prioritizing your partner's needs over your own to the point of neglecting your well-being. Or attracting partners who take advantage of your empathy or who are emotionally unavailable, leaving you feeling unfulfilled or drained. For example, you might stay in a relationship longer than you should, hoping the other person will change or meet your expectations. Or you may find yourself giving endlessly to someone who doesn't reciprocate, leaving you feeling unappreciated or taken for granted. The key to overcoming this block is learning to balance compassion with discernment, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting your intuition to guide you toward relationships that truly align with your soul. Now, to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your seventh house, the first step is to practice discernment to balance idealism with reality. While your ability to see the best in others is a gift, it's important to stay grounded in reality and recognize when a relationship isn't serving your highest good. Take time to reflect on whether your relationships are truly reciprocal and trust your intuition if something feels off. Set clear standards for how you want to be treated in relationships and don't settle for less than you deserve. For example, if you notice that someone consistently takes without giving, it's a sign to reevaluate the balance in the relationship and establish boundaries. Next is to create emotional boundaries to protect your energy. Your compassion makes you a magnet for people in need, but it is crucial to protect your own energy to avoid feeling drained or overwhelmed. Visualize an energetic shield around yourself before entering emotionally intense situations, allowing you to remain open without absorbing others' emotions. Practice saying no or stepping back when a relationship feels one-sided or overwhelming. For example, if a partner or a friend expects constant emotional support without offering the same in return, lovingly communicate your need for balance and self-care. Next is to seek partnerships that align with your soul purpose. Neptune in the 7th house thrives in relationships that are spiritually aligned and mutually inspiring. Focus on forming connections that uplift and support your growth. Look for partners or collaborators who share your values, dreams, or creative vision. For example, if you feel drawn to a particular partnership where you can work together on a shared goal, such as creating art, supporting a cause, or exploring spirituality, it's likely aligned with your Neptune energy. Next is to use meditation and reflection to strengthen your inner voice. Your intuition is your greatest guide in relationships, so make time to connect with your inner voice through meditation or journaling. Reflect on your feelings and experiences, asking yourself what your intuition is telling you about your relationships. For example, if you're feeling uncertain about a partnership, spend time journaling about what feels good and what feels off. This process can help you gain clarity and trust your instincts. Next is to embrace your role as a healer in love. Your relationships are often a source of healing, both for you and your partners. Lean into this gift by focusing on love that feels balanced and reciprocal. Offer your compassion and support without sacrificing your own needs or values. For example, if a partner is going through a difficult time, be there for them, but also make sure you're receiving the love and care that you need in return. And finally, trust divine timing in your relationships. Neptune's energy in the 7th house often brings relationships that feel fated or divinely guided. Trust that the universe will align you with the right people at the right time. Release any fear or pressure to find the perfect partner and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. For example, if a relationship ends unexpectedly, trust that it is clearing the way for a connection that's more aligned with your highest good. Neptune in the 7th house makes you a romantic visionary with the ability to bring love, compassion, and spiritual depth into your relationships. Your gifts lie in your ability to connect with others on a soul level, inspiring them to grow and heal through love. By balancing your idealism with discernment, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting your intuition, you unlock your full potential to create meaningful, transformative partnerships. Remember, the love you give to others is a reflection of the love you deserve. Never settle for anything less than a connection that honors your soul. Was this speaking to you? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. And of course, like, share with someone who needs this, and subscribe for more guidance. And if you're feeling inspired, take the next step. Check out my offerings linked below. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. If you have Neptune in the 8th house, your intuition is profound, mystical, and deeply tied to the unseen realms of energy and transformation. This house governs death, rebirth, intimacy, and shared resources, making you naturally attuned to emotional undercurrents, hidden truths, and even the energy of life and death cycles. Your intuitive strength lies in your ability to sense what lies beneath the surface. You can often feel what others are thinking or hiding without them saying a word. You might experience intuition in the following ways: picking up on unspoken emotions or the true motives of others, even when they try to conceal them. Feeling a deep inner knowing about life's mysteries, like the nature of the soul, past lives, or karmic cycles. Receiving intuitive messages during moments of emotional intensity, such as during grief, intimacy, or major life changes. So, for example, you might sense when someone isn't being honest with you, not through their words, but through the energy they project. Or you may feel a sudden download or spiritual clarity during times of deep emotional connection, like a heart-to-heart conversation or during intimate relationships. Neptune in the 8th house connects you to the energetic layers of life, making you a natural healer, alchemist, and intuitive guide. This placement often gives you a sense that you can transform pain into power and darkness into light, but only if you're willing to embrace your depth. Your greatest spiritual gift is the ability to transform yourself and others through emotional and energetic healing. Neptune in the 8th house gives you a powerful connection to the unseen forces that drive transformation, whether it's karmic cycles, ancestral energy, or the process of rebirth. You are a spiritual alchemist, capable of transmuting pain into wisdom, fear into empowerment, and stagnation into growth. So, for example, you might have a natural talent for healing arts like Reiki, energy work, or shadow work, where you help others release emotional and energetic blocks. You may have a psychic sensitivity that allows you to tap into the unseen, whether it's through dreams, meditation, or connecting with the spirit realm. You may even feel guided to explore past lives, mediumship, or connecting with ancestors. Intimacy and vulnerability are transformative for you. Relationships, especially the deeply emotional and spiritual ones, often become portals for your intuitive awakening and spiritual growth. Your gift lies in your ability to navigate the depths of the soul. You see beauty in transformation and have a unique ability to guide others through their own healing journeys. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you hold space for others to uncover their deepest truths and release what no longer serves them. Your biggest challenge with Neptune in the 8th house is the fear of surrender and the difficulty of maintaining emotional and energetic boundaries. Because you are so deeply sensitive to the emotions and energy of others, it can sometimes feel overwhelming or even draining. This sensitivity might lead you to avoid emotional intensity or intimacy for fear of being consumed by others' pain or your own. Struggle with distinguishing your own emotions from the energy you pick up from those around you, or falling into patterns of escapism when life feels too heavy, whether that's numbing through distractions or avoiding the deeper work your soul is calling you to do. For example, you may have difficulty saying no to people who need your emotional support, even when it leaves you drained. Or you may fear diving too deeply into your own emotional wounds, worrying that it will be too painful or overwhelming to face. Neptune's energy can also make it hard to trust yourself, as you might second guess your intuitive feelings, thinking they're just in your head. However, the more you learn to honor your intuitive gifts and set boundaries, the more powerful your transformation becomes. Now, the first step to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your 8th house, is to create energetic boundaries to protect your sensitivity. As someone with Neptune in the 8th house, you naturally absorb the emotions and energy of others. Without boundaries, this will lead to exhaustion or confusion about what energy is yours versus theirs. Now, practice visualizing a protective shield of light around your body before entering emotionally intense situations. This can help block out unnecessary energy while still allowing you to remain open to your intuition. Spend time alone to recharge and reconnect with yourself after being around others. Meditation, journaling, or even a simple walk in nature can help you clear your energy field. For example, before engaging in a heart-to-heart or heavy conversation, take a few deep breaths and imagine a golden light surrounding you. This will help you stay grounded and present. Next is to explore shadow work and energy healing practices. Your intuition thrives when you embrace your emotional depths rather than avoiding them. Shadow work, exploring the parts of yourself you've hidden or repressed, is a powerful tool for activating your gifts. Journaling prompts like, "What am I afraid to confront within myself?" or "What pain am I ready to transform?" can help you uncover hidden emotional blocks. For example, if you've experienced betrayal or heartbreak, spend time reflecting on the lessons and strength you've gained from those experiences. This process turns pain into wisdom and amplifies your healing abilities. Next is to work with ancestral or karmic energy. The 8th house is tied to shared resources, including the spiritual resources of your ancestors. You might feel drawn to explore your family's karmic patterns or engage in ancestral healing practices. So meditate or journal with the intention of connecting to your ancestors. Ask for guidance, clarity, or healing related to the patterns you've inherited. For example, if you notice repeating cycles of scarcity or emotional suppression in your family, explore ways to break free from these cycles and create a new legacy for yourself. Next is to develop a spiritual practice focused on transformation. Your gifts thrive when you embrace practices that center around transformation, release, and rebirth. Consider incorporating rituals or meditations that help you shed old energy and invite in the new. For example, a simple ritual like writing down limiting beliefs or fears on paper and burning them in a safe space can help you release what no longer serves you. Intuitive practices like tarot, mediumship, or dream interpretation can also help you tap into the transformative power of your Neptune placement. And finally, embrace your role as a guide and healer. Your natural gifts allow you to help others transform their own emotional pain into growth. And this is one of the most powerful ways to activate your Neptune in the 8th house. Share your story of transformation, whether through writing, speaking, or personal conversations, to inspire and guide others. For example, if you've gone through a significant emotional challenge and emerged stronger, consider how sharing that journey could empower someone else. Your vulnerability and insight are powerful tools for healing. Neptune in the 8th house makes you a mystical alchemist with the power to transform yourself and others through emotional depth and energetic sensitivity. Your gifts are deeply tied to the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, and you are uniquely positioned to uncover hidden truths, heal emotional wounds, and connect with the spiritual mysteries of the universe. By embracing your sensitivity, setting boundaries, and trusting your inner wisdom, you step into your role as a healer, guide, and intuitive visionary. Let me know in the comments how this hit home for you. And of course, be sure to like, share it with someone who needs this, and subscribe for more. And if you're ready to go even deeper, be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for being here. If Neptune is in your 9th house, your intuition operates on a grand, expansive level. This placement connects you to divine knowledge through experiences like travel, learning, and exploring higher philosophies. Intuitive messages often come as flashes of insight when you're stepping outside of your everyday life, whether you're diving into a new book on metaphysics, traveling to a foreign country, or engaging in deep spiritual discussions. You might experience intuition as a sudden, unshakable sense of truth when learning or exploring new ideas. Powerful, vivid dreams that feel prophetic or symbolic, often pointing you toward your life's higher purpose. Or random moments of knowing the right answer when faced with big life decisions, especially when it involves education, spiritual growth, or taking a leap of faith. For example, you may find yourself drawn to a specific topic, book, or belief system without knowing why, only to discover it leads to a breakthrough in your spiritual journey. Or perhaps you've had a moment while traveling where the energy of a place felt so profound that it seemed to speak to you, offering guidance or inspiration. This placement makes you a natural seeker of universal truth, and your intuition thrives when you're open to expanding your mind and spirit beyond your comfort zone. The more you trust these nudges, the more profound your intuitive gifts become. Your spiritual gift is divine foresight, a deep, innate connection to universal wisdom and the higher realms. Neptune in the 9th house allows you to tap into the big picture of life with ease. You're the person who just knows there's more to life than meets the eye. You can see patterns, meaning, and purpose in the chaos, which allows you to find faith even in challenging times. So, for example, you may feel deeply connected to subjects like astrology, philosophy, or spirituality, and find that these topics help you understand your own spiritual gifts. You may have a natural ability to find profound meaning in things other people dismiss as coincidences. For instance, you might see repeating angel numbers, symbols, or synchronicities and intuitively know they're guiding you towards something important. Your vivid imagination and dream life are gifts as well. So you may have premonitions in dreams or symbolic visions that lead to clarity or action in your waking life. Your ninth house Neptune also makes you a spiritual explorer or teacher. You naturally inspire others with your understanding of spiritual truths, often guiding them to expand their own consciousness. Whether it's through writing, teaching, or simply sharing your experiences, you have the power to uplift others and help them connect with their own intuition. Now, with Neptune in the ninth house, the greatest challenge you face is disillusionment. Your yearning for spiritual truth and higher knowledge can lead you to idealize certain teachers, belief systems, or philosophies. When those ideals fall short, it can leave you feeling spiritually lost or disappointed. Common signs of this block include jumping from belief system to belief system. You might constantly seek the perfect truth or practice, but because Neptune thrives in the abstract, this search can feel endless. You may also experience overwhelm from too much spiritual information. You may become fascinated with so many different paths, such as astrology, yoga, tarot, etc., that it's hard to know which one to focus on, leaving you feeling stuck or scattered, as well as doubting your own inner truth. Sometimes you rely too heavily on external sources like gurus, books, or spiritual mentors rather than trusting your own intuitive guidance. So, for example, you might dive deeply into a spiritual practice, only to find that it doesn't align perfectly with your evolving truth. This can lead to feelings of frustration or a sense that you can never find your path. Now, to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your ninth house, the first step is to keep a dream journal to capture intuitive insights. Your subconscious mind is your greatest spiritual tool. Neptune in the ninth house often speaks through dreams, so keeping a journal by your bed can help you uncover powerful messages. Write down every dream you remember, no matter how small or strange. Over time, patterns and symbols will start to emerge, guiding you toward deeper truths. And don't stop at dreams. Record moments of déjà vu, intuitive nudges, and synchronicities too. This helps build confidence in your intuitive abilities. For example, if you keep dreaming about a particular place, like the ocean, this could be a signal to explore Neptune's connection to water as part of your spiritual journey. Next is to ground your spiritual knowledge in action. With Neptune in the ninth house, it's easy to stay in dream mode, but your gifts strengthen when you integrate spiritual truths into your daily life. So choose one practice or philosophy to commit to for a set period of time, whether it's meditation, journaling, or studying astrology. This helps prevent overwhelm and strengthens your connection to your intuition. So, for example, if you feel drawn to learning about past lives, make it a goal to research and reflect on how this connects to your current spiritual growth. Next is to embrace travel or new experiences as intuition activators. Your spiritual energy thrives in new environments, whether it's taking a trip to a sacred site, visiting a foreign country, or even learning a new subject. Stepping outside your comfort zone sparks your intuition. So, for example, you can do a solo retreat or a spiritual pilgrimage, which could open your mind to downloads and insights that you couldn't receive in your everyday environment. And if you can't travel right now, explore through books, films, or online courses that broaden your perspective on the world. Next is to trust your inner wisdom over external sources. You have a natural ability to learn from teachers, but your greatest guide is your own intuition. When you feel disillusioned or disappointed by external mentors, see it as a signal to look inward. Ask yourself, what truth am I being guided to discover on my own? Practice discerning what resonates with you versus what doesn't. This strengthens your ability to connect with your higher self and divine guidance. And finally, share your wisdom to help others. One of your greatest gifts is your ability to inspire others with your insights. So whether you feel called to teach, write, or simply have deep conversations, sharing your journey will solidify your gifts. So for example, if you've had a powerful dream or intuitive moment, consider writing about it or discussing it with a friend. You'll find that the more you give, the more clarity and spiritual downloads you receive. Your Neptune in the ninth house connects you to the higher realms of truth and wisdom. You are a spiritual visionary with the ability to guide others while discovering your own path to enlightenment. By grounding your intuition, staying open to exploration, and trusting your inner wisdom, you unlock the power of divine foresight and step into your role as a seeker, teacher, and guide. If this resonated for you, be sure to let me know in the comments. And of course, like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if this really spoke to you, imagine what's possible when you fully step into your power. So be sure to check out my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching. With Neptune in the 10th house, your intuition is intricately tied to your career, public image, and life purpose. You have a natural ability to sense the larger trends, energies, and opportunities in your field, often seeing possibilities and solutions that others overlook. Your intuition guides you toward your highest calling, helping you align your professional path with your spiritual purpose. So you might experience intuition in the following ways. Feeling a strong sense of knowing when a certain career path, project, or opportunity is right for you, even if it doesn't make logical sense to others. Picking up on the emotional and energetic dynamics of your workplace or industry, allowing you to navigate professional relationships with ease. Being drawn to careers or roles where you can inspire, uplift, or serve others in meaningful ways. For example, you might feel pulled toward a creative or humanitarian career without fully understanding why, only to realize later that it aligns perfectly with your soul's purpose. Or you might instinctively know when to shift your professional focus, even if others see it as a risk. This placement connects your intuition to your legacy and public role, giving you the ability to blend spiritual insight with practical ambition. Your spiritual gift is the ability to uplift and inspire others through your career and public presence. Neptune in the 10th house allows you to bring a sense of meaning, compassion, and creativity into your professional life, making you a natural visionary and leader. So, for example, you may feel called to work in fields that involve creativity, healing, spirituality, or service, such as art, music, counseling, or nonprofit work. Your presence in the public eye often feels magnetic and inspiring as people are drawn to your compassionate and visionary energy. You have a gift for making your work feel purposeful, often infusing your career with spiritual or humanitarian values. You also have the ability to inspire others to dream bigger, whether through your creative projects, leadership style, or the way you live your life. Your career isn't just about achieving success. It's about making a positive impact and leaving a legacy that reflects your higher ideals. The greatest challenge with Neptune in the 10th house is confusion or uncertainty about your career path and public role. Neptune's energy can blur the lines between fantasy and reality, making it difficult to feel clear or grounded about your goals. Common signs of this block include feeling unsure about your life purpose or frequently changing careers in search of the perfect path. Struggling to balance your professional life with your personal needs, leading to burnout or feelings of overwhelm. Being overly idealistic in your career, which can lead to disappointment if reality doesn't match your vision. So, for example, you might start a new project or job with high expectations, only to feel disillusioned when it doesn't live up to your ideals. Or you may find yourself working in roles that don't fully align with your values, leaving you feeling unfulfilled or out of balance. The key to overcoming this block is learning to ground your dreams in practical action, while trusting that your intuition will guide you toward the right opportunities at the right time. Now, the first step to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your 10th house, is first to align your career with your higher purpose. Neptune in the 10th house thrives when your career is aligned with your spiritual values and sense of purpose. Take time to reflect on what truly inspires and motivates you. Ask yourself, how can I use my career to make a positive impact on the world? Look for opportunities to bring creativity, compassion, or healing into your professional life, even in small ways. For example, if you work in a corporate environment, consider how you can uplift others through your leadership style, team building efforts, or mentorship. Next is to use visualization to manifest career goals. Your Neptune placement gives you a powerful imagination, which makes visualization an effective tool for manifesting your career dreams. Spend time each day visualizing your ideal professional life, focusing on how it feels to live in alignment with your purpose. Pair your visualizations with actionable steps, such as networking, skill building, or researching new opportunities. For example, if you dream of becoming an artist or a writer, visualize yourself creating and sharing your work. Then dedicate time each day to practice your craft. Next is to set boundaries to protect your energy in public roles. Because Neptune in the 10th house can make you highly sensitive to public opinion or workplace dynamics, setting boundaries is essential to maintaining balance. So practice detaching from external validation, focusing instead on your own sense of fulfillment and purpose. Create routines or rituals that help you recharge after stressful or high-pressure situations. For example, if you're in a leadership role, Take time to disconnect from work at the end of each day, allowing yourself to rest and realign. Next is to embrace your role as a visionary leader. Your natural ability to inspire others makes you a powerful leader, but it's important to lead in a way that feels authentic to you. So focus on collaborative and compassionate leadership, where you empower others while staying true to your values. So, for example, if you manage a team, use your intuition to understand their strengths and challenges, creating an environment where everyone feels supported and valued. Next is to ground your dreams in practical plans. While your dreams and ideals are a source of inspiration, grounding them in practical steps ensures they become a reality. Break your larger goals into smaller, actionable tasks and celebrate each milestone along the way. So, for example, if you want to start a nonprofit or launch a creative business, begin by researching the logistics and creating a step-by-step plan. And finally, trust divine timing in your career path. Neptune's energy in the 10th house often brings opportunities that feel divinely timed or guided. Trust that your intuition will lead you toward the right path, even if the journey feels unclear at times. Practice patience and faith, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is part of your larger purpose. So, if you're feeling uncertain about your next career move, focus on what feels aligned in the present moment, trusting that clarity will come when the time is right. Neptune in the 10th house makes you a visionary leader with the ability to inspire and uplift others through your career and public presence. Your gifts lie in your ability to blend ambition with compassion, using your professional life as a platform to create positive change in the world. By aligning your career with your higher purpose, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting your intuition, you unlock your full potential as a spiritual guide and role model. Remember that your success isn't just about what you achieve. It's about how you inspire others to dream, grow, and believe in their own possibilities. Did this resonate with you? Be sure to drop a comment and share your thoughts. And of course, be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more empowering content. And if you're ready to transform your life, be sure to check out the links below for my tools and resources. Thanks so much for watching. With Neptune in the 11th house, your intuition thrives in group dynamics, friendships, and your vision for the future. You have a natural ability to sense the energy of social movements, collective trends, and the hopes and dreams of the people around you. Your intuitive strength lies in your ability to dream big, not just for yourself, but for your community and humanity as a whole. You might experience intuition in the following ways. Having a strong sense of what the world needs, often feeling inspired to work toward a cause or a movement that benefits others. Receiving flashes of insight or creative ideas when brainstorming or collaborating with groups. Forming instant, soulful connections with friends or like-minded individuals, often feeling like you've known them in past lives. For example, you might walk into a group setting and immediately feel the unspoken dynamics between people. Or you might dream up innovative solutions for collective problems, sensing the potential for change even before others do. This placement connects your intuition to social ideals and the greater good, making you a natural visionary who inspires others to believe in the impossible. Your spiritual gift is the ability to dream big for the collective and inspire others to join you in creating a better future. Neptune in the 11th house makes you a natural at weaving visions of hope, compassion, and unity, bringing people together to work toward a common goal. So, for example, you may feel drawn to humanitarian causes, social justice movements, or artistic collaborations that aim to uplift and inspire others. You may have a gift for creating a sense of belonging, often bringing people together from diverse backgrounds to form supportive communities. Your intuition often guides you to align with groups or organizations that reflect your spiritual values and ideals. You also have the gift of envisioning possibilities that others can't see, whether it's in the form of innovative solutions, creative projects, or a new way of organizing society. Your dreams aren't just for you, they're for everyone. And your ability to inspire others makes you a powerful force for positive change. Now, the greatest challenge with Neptune in the 11th house is idealizing groups or friendships, which can lead to disillusionment or emotional overwhelm. Now, because you see the potential for unity and compassion in others, you may overlook flaws or ignore warning signs, leaving you vulnerable to disappointment. Common signs of this block include placing too much trust in groups or friendships that don't reciprocate your energy, leaving you feeling drained or unappreciated. Feeling lost or disillusioned when your ideals for a community or a cause don't align with reality. Or struggling to maintain boundaries, especially if you feel pressured to fit in or compromise your values to stay part of a group. So, for example, you might join a group that seems aligned with your vision, only to realize later that the people involved lack the integrity or commitment you expected. Or you might find yourself giving endlessly to friends or causes, only to feel unappreciated or emotionally exhausted. The key to overcoming this block is learning to balance your idealism with discernment, focusing on connections and collaborations that align with your values and protect your energy. Now, the first step to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your 11th house, is first to align with groups that reflect your soul purpose. Neptune in the 11th house thrives when you're part of communities or organizations that align with your higher ideals. So seek out groups or friendships that inspire you and allow you to express your creativity and compassion. Reflect on whether your current social circles align with your values, and don't be afraid to step away from connections that feel draining or unfulfilling. So, for example, if you feel drawn to a humanitarian cause, join a group or volunteer organization that reflects your passion for helping others. Next is to use your visionary energy to inspire collaboration. Your ability to dream big is one of your greatest strengths, and collaborating with others can help bring those dreams to life. Share your ideas with like-minded individuals, trusting that your vision will resonate and inspire action. Be open to feedback and collaboration, allowing others to bring their own strengths to the table. So let's say you have a vision for a creative project or social movement. Reach out to others who share your passion and brainstorm ways to bring it to fruition. Next is to protect your energy in group settings. Because you're so sensitive to group dynamics, it's important to set boundaries to avoid feeling overwhelmed or drained. Practice grounding techniques before attending group events or meetings, such as deep breathing or visualizing a protective bubble of light around you. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain groups or individuals, and prioritize connections that leave you feeling inspired and energized. So let's say if a particular group feels chaotic or emotionally taxing, take a step back to recharge and reflect on whether it's the right fit for you. Next is to trust your intuition when choosing friends and allies. Your friendships are often deeply intuitive, and you may feel an instant soul connection with certain people. Trust these feelings, but also take time to build relationships that feel balanced and reciprocal. Reflect on whether your friendships support your growth and well being, and don't hesitate to set boundaries with those who take more than they give. So, let's say you have a friend that consistently relies on you for emotional support without offering the same in return. Communicate your needs and consider whether your relationship is truly aligned. Next is to use visualization to manifest your ideal future. Neptune in the 11th house makes you a powerful manifester when it comes to dreaming up a better future for yourself and others. Spend time visualizing your ideal community, friendships, and social impact, focusing on how it feels to live in alignment with your dreams. Pair your visualizations with practical steps, such as joining new groups, networking, or starting your own initiative. So let's say you have a dream of creating a supportive community for artists. Visualize it thriving and then take steps to organize meetups or online spaces. And finally, embrace your role as a catalyst for change. Your intuitive understanding of collective energy makes you a natural leader in creating positive change. Use your voice, creativity, and connections to inspire others and bring your vision to life. So let's say you feel called to address a specific issue in your community. Trust your intuition to guide you in taking the first steps, whether it's raising awareness, organizing events, or starting a movement. Neptune in the 11th house makes you a dream weaver with the ability to inspire, connect, and create a better future for yourself and the collective. Your gifts lie in your ability to envision possibilities, build meaningful relationships, and bring people together to work toward common goals. By aligning with groups and friendships that reflect your values, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting your intuition, you unlock your full potential as a visionary and catalyst for change. Remember that your dreams aren't just for you. They're meant to uplift and inspire the world. Let me know how this resonated for you in the comments below. And of course, be sure to like, share with a friend who needs this, and subscribe for more. And if this lit something inside of you, imagine the breakthroughs waiting for you. So my offerings are linked below. Go explore. Thanks so much for being here. With Neptune in the 12th house, your intuition is deeply rooted in the unseen, mystical realms of the subconscious and the divine. This placement gives you a powerful connection to higher dimensions, making you naturally psychic, empathetic, and spiritually sensitive. Your intuitive strength lies in your ability to tap into the collective unconscious, receive spiritual downloads, and connect with the mysteries of life. You might experience intuition in the following ways: receiving guidance through dreams, meditation, or moments of stillness that feel like messages from beyond. Sensing the emotional and spiritual energy of people, places, and situations on a deep soul level. Experiencing intense synchronicities or spiritual nudges that guide you toward the right path, even if you don't fully understand why at first. So, for example, you might dream about an event or a person before it happens, or feel a deep sense of knowing when someone is struggling emotionally, even if they try to hide it. You may also find that your intuition is strongest when you are alone or in a quiet, reflective state. This placement connects your intuition to the hidden realms of spirit, emotion, and the subconscious, giving you access to wisdom and insight that others often overlook. Your spiritual gift is the ability to heal, guide, and inspire others through your connection to the divine. Neptune in the 12th house allows you to act as a bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds, bringing compassion, wisdom, and healing energy wherever it's needed. So, you may have a natural talent for spiritual or healing practices, such as Reiki, meditation, dream interpretation, or psychic work. Your deep empathy and compassion allow you to support others through emotional or spiritual challenges, often helping them uncover their own hidden strengths. You are a natural mystic, often drawn to explore the deeper questions of existence, such as the nature of the soul, past lives, or the purpose of suffering. You also have the gift of emotional and spiritual transformation, allowing you to release old patterns, heal karmic wounds, and guide others toward greater self-awareness and spiritual awakening. The greatest challenge with Neptune in the 12th house is fear of the unknown and difficulty navigating your sensitivity. Because you are so deeply connected to the spiritual and emotional realms, it can sometimes feel overwhelming, leaving you uncertain about what's real and what isn't. Common signs of this block include struggling to distinguish between your own emotions and the energy you absorb from others or the environment, feeling isolated, misunderstood, or disconnected from the physical world, especially during times of stress or spiritual growth, escaping into fantasies, daydreams, or avoidance when life feels too intense or overwhelming. So, for example, you might feel drained after being in crowded or emotionally charged environments, or find yourself retreating into solitude to avoid dealing with difficult emotions or situations. Alternatively, you may struggle to trust your intuitive insights, fearing they're just wishful thinking or your imagination. The key to overcoming this block is learning to ground yourself, trust your intuition, and embrace your sensitivity as a strength rather than a burden. Now, the first step to activate your spiritual gifts, having Neptune in your 12th house, is to create a daily spiritual practice to anchor your energy. With Neptune in the 12th, regular spiritual practices help you stay grounded and connected to your higher self. Incorporate activities like meditation or journaling into your daily routine to create a sense of balance and clarity. Use your spiritual practice as a safe space to explore your intuition, emotions, and divine connection. So you can start each morning with a few minutes of quiet meditation, visualizing yourself surrounded by protective light and setting an intention for the day. Next is to pay attention to dreams and subconscious messages. Your dreams are one of the most powerful ways your intuition communicates with you. Keep a dream journal to record and reflect on the messages you receive. Look for recurring themes, symbols, or feelings that seem to point toward specific insights or guidance. So, for example, if you dream about water, consider how it reflects your emotional state or your need to go with the flow in your waking life. Next is to protect your energy to avoid overwhelm. Your sensitivity to energy makes it important to set boundaries and protect yourself from emotional or spiritual overwhelm. Use visualization techniques to create a protective shield around yourself, especially in crowded or emotionally intense environments. Spend time in nature or in quiet solitude to recharge and reconnect with your inner peace. So, after a stressful day, take a salt bath or practice grounding exercises like walking barefoot on the earth to clear your energy. Next is to embrace your role as a spiritual healer or guide. Your connection to the divine makes you a natural healer and guide, even if you don't work in a traditional spiritual role. Trust your ability to hold space for others, offering compassion and wisdom when they need support or guidance. So, if you have a friend or a loved one who is struggling, listen with an open heart and trust that your presence alone can be healing. Next is to explore creative expression as a channel for intuition. Neptune in the 12th house thrives when you express your inner world through creative outlets such as art, music, or writing. Use creativity as a way to process your emotions and connect with your intuition. So let's say you're feeling overwhelmed or unclear. Try painting or writing poetry to channel your feelings and find clarity. And finally, trust the flow and release fear of the unknown. Your connection to the unseen realms can feel intimidating at times, but learning to trust the flow of life is key to unlocking your spiritual gifts. Practice surrendering control and trusting that the universe is guiding you, even when the path feels uncertain. So if you're feeling stuck or unsure about your next steps, spend time in meditation, asking for clarity and trusting that the answers will come in divine timing. Neptune in the 12th house makes you a mystical soul with a profound connection to the spiritual and emotional realms. Your gifts lie in your ability to heal, inspire, and guide others through your deep compassion and intuitive wisdom. By grounding yourself, embracing your sensitivity, and trusting your connection to the divine, you unlock your full potential as a spiritual guide and light worker. Remember, your connection to the unseen is not a burden. It's a gift that allows you to bring hope, healing, and transformation to the world. If this resonated for you, let's chat in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure to like, share this with a friend who needs it, and hit subscribe for more. And if you're feeling ready for even more transformation, dive into my offerings linked below. Thanks so much for watching.